Make sure you're good always, but for the most part, I always feel safe. I have not had a scare. Let's hope I didn't just jinx myself.
I like them nasty.
Splash. Obviously, I've been on TikTok way too much. Hi. Long time. Honestly, not gonna lie, I went through like a small little teeny period of not feeling inspired, and like I don't know why, but since being in quarantine, your girl's inspiration levels are like through the roof. You guys can't even see it, but because we're like here, my setup real ghetto right now, so I'm sorry if the camera keeps shaking, I'm sorry if the video is lopsided, I'm sorry if the lighting isn't all that. I can't fix it, and like I'm about to tell you why. Basically, because of coronavirus, all of my professional stuff, like my lights and my SD card, all that good stuff, still on campus. I was in the process of doing some homework, right? And then I got bored, and I was like, you know what, I think like let's just kind of like, I think we need to kick it. Like I really feel like it's been a little too long, and I feel like we just have a lot to discuss. So I've got my computer here, and I was thinking, because I've been getting a lot of questions about Penn State and scholarships and stuff like that lately, that I was going to make a video giving you guys some insight, chatting it up with y'all, just so you incoming freshmen who are really going through a questionable time with this whole thing can have a little bit more clarity and a little bit more peace. So first things first, for those of you who don't know, my bad, I just got a ringing in my ear. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know, I had to try to listen for a second. And I am a Bunton Waller scholar. So basically, Bunton Waller is a scholarship for minorities, and it's basically to enforce diversity and inclusion on campus. And there's like a plethora of ways that you can get it, but the simplest way for you to apply for this scholarship is to stay in contact with the school, with the director of your college, and the director of diversity and inclusion for your desired school. I think it's like very little it's kind of difficult to find the scholarship on the site. So that's why I'm saying it's so important for you to stay in contact with them, because they'll be your direct contacts. If you got a question, they have the answers. They can recommend the scholarships that you're looking for. So yes, there's that. So there's several different levels to this scholarship. I know that you can be a Bunton Waller scholar and they cover a portion of your tuition. And then you can be a Bunton Waller fellow, which covers another portion of your tuition. And there's different requirements for all of that. I think it varies every year. I'm not gonna lie, I think it varies every year. I can't get into the intricate details because I don't know. But for myself, I know like when I was in high school, I was heavily involved in my community. My GPA was about a 3.7. Pretty good SAT scores. Not gonna talk about it though. Just so long as you are active in your school community, your grades are like up to par. When I say up to par, I mean 4.0 or at least nearing it. You're in a good place. Now, what else do I want to discuss? My bad, my thoughts are like scattered all over the place because the world is scattered. That's like the only reasonable explanation I have. If you're a Bunton Waller fellow, the experience is priceless, and here's why. One of the plus sides of being a fellow was being able to live on a floor designated for other Bunton Waller fellows or students, like diversity and inclusion scholarships students, basically. Like you lived on a floor specifically for you guys, and the relationship that I have with these people is something that you can't find literally anywhere else on campus. I have a lot of freshman friends who aren't on fellowship or aren't on scholarship or don't have this opportunity, and basically like they just don't have the same experience. Like, it's so much more difficult for them to make friends, and they take longer to like just like get out there and do things like that. Being able to live on the floor with so many like-minded individuals and being like on the scholarship, really, like, I have lifelong friends, lifelong memories, amazing experiences. Like, honestly, top tier experience, highly recommend it. You can apply if you look through the site. You can apply, and you can also be nominated, but 100% easiest way to kind of like raise your chances is staying in contact with the college, the campus, everybody. Penn State. Stay in contact with Penn State, period. I'm sorry if you guys hear this weird sound that my computer is making. It's the fan. It makes me want to bang my head against the wall. Anyways, one girl had actually asked me about the African American community on campus, or just the POC community on campus, and trust me, even though it isn't as heavily like broadcasted, we exist. Like, the POC community is present. Like, it's there, and it's actually decently sized. It could be bigger. It definitely could be bigger, but it's decently sized. You are not going to feel outcasted. I promise. That was one of my fears going into the school too. I was like I've never been the black person. I've never been the one black person. I've always been in like diverse areas my entire life. I mean, I'm from New York City, so that has something to do with everything. But I was really scared. I was like, I'm gonna go into my class and I'm gonna be the only black person. And while that has happened, it has happened. It's really pretty diverse. It really is. Like, the party scenes are a little bit more on the divided side. However, it's an equal balance. Like, you can go to a predominantly black party and there will be white people there and we all get along fine, or you can go to a predominantly white party, which are typically like the white frats and stuff like that, and you still have like a black presence there too. It's not my crowd, but they're there, they exist. Is a car necessary? So if you're first year, no. I mean, well, it's not necessary. You don't need a car because they have bus systems exclusively for Penn State, because Penn State is literally the town. Everything is within walking distance. Like, the university as a whole is ginormous, but once you get the hang of it, everything is easy. But once you progress into like your sophomore, junior, senior year, and you get the choice to live off campus, then yes, because there's like mad highway. Like, once you leave the school, you're in no man's land, and that is your business. So I would recommend getting a car later on in your career, but first year you don't need it, and you can't even have it. Freshmen aren't allowed to park on campus. Do you feel safe on campus? Yes, I feel very, very, very safe on campus. Not gonna lie though, around the holidays or school holidays, some weekends, you will get some questionable alerts. However, I've never had any crazy experiences. I could walk back to my room at 4 a.m. and feel completely safe. However, unfortunately, with the society that we live in as females and stuff like that, you always have to be on guard. So please just always protect yourself. Don't be afraid to carry around mace if you have to, all that stuff. Like, make sure you're good always, but for the most part, I always feel safe. I have not had a scare. Let's hope I didn't just jinx myself. Do you have any advice for financial aid? Yes, the school is not generous. So if you are blessed to receive a scholarship, hallelujah. but priority is also always going to go to Pennsylvania students. So if you're out of state like me, you're always going to get the crappy end of the stick, like 9 times out of 10. So advice for financial aid would be complete it on time, complete your FAFSA on time, stay optimistic. It's a scary process and it is a lot, and a lot of it is irreversible too. Once they start committing like things to you and things like that, like you cannot change them. Please, for the love of God, no matter how badly you want to go to this school, if you have to take out loans and the amount that you have to take out is like crazy, don't do it to yourself. It's not worth it. The college experience as a whole, especially living like on a campus like this one, is magical. I'm not gonna lie, something that I would like never ever want to give up. But if it's messing with your pockets and it's not putting you in a good place, don't waste your time, please. There's so many other schools willing to give you more, and Penn State is more on the stingy side. So do you have any advice for applying for housing? Yeah, so like I said, because I'm a Bunton Waller fellow, your first year of housing is like you have to live in a specific dorm that they assign. So in terms of housing, you don't really get any options. But if you are not on scholarship and you are interested in housing for freshmen, all freshmen typically live in on the east side of campus. And there's East Renovated and East Traditional. I don't know too much about that because I didn't live there, but East Ren is really nice. However, I did have some freshman friends who lived on the south side of campus and the west side of campus. So realistically, you can live anywhere you want. However, majority of the freshmen live in East. So at this point, I'm assuming that all of you guys have gotten accepted. And if you haven't yet, I think I made a video previously about my college acceptance experience. So this video is more so geared towards the people, especially during like amidst this whole coronavirus thing, are entering Penn State. I feel like this is where I should cut this video because I'm running out of things to talk to you guys with, but I'm so willing to talk to you guys at any time. Obviously, I need a snack. I'm willing to talk to you guys whenever, so please DM me, send me questions, anything, and I will put it in a video and we can talk about it. I'm sorry, my camera's lopsided, so I'm just trying to... Ooh, I didn't fix the problem. Don't be afraid to hit me up so that I can give you guys some more information if possible. But thank you guys for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that. And take it easy on yourself. I know that these circumstances have really messed up the feng shui of everything, but please take it easy on yourself. Your freshman year is going to be one of your most like unforgettable years. Make the most out of it. If you're going to Penn State and you're watching this right now and you see me on campus at any point, do not be afraid to say hi. I am a fool. We can be friends. And yeah, I hope to see you guys on my next video, and make sure you guys add my social media because I'm not playing with you. You hear me? I'm not playing with you. Add my social media or else. And also add me on TikTok because I'll be doing my thing on there too. Bye guys!